What's up, hackers? Welcome back to CTFX, your go-to spot for breaking down the most complex hacks into simple wins. Today we will be dealing with Advent of Cyber, that is hosted by Tryhackme, and today's topic is C2 detection. This is the day 22nd of Advent of Cyber series on our channel. For those of you who are new to this channel or new to Tryhackme's Advent of Cyber, it's a 24-day long challenge with beginner friendly cybersecurity challenges that keep you updated on the latest trends of cybersecurity. So, without any further delay, let's dive right into it. Today's topic is C2 detection, command and control. As you all know, C2 or command and control is something that red team attackers are very much aware of. Command and control is the process which is performed after a machine has been hacked into or after you gain access to a vulnerable machine. To maintain your access to the vulnerable machine, you need to perform the command and control operations on that. In today's lab, we'll be using RITA, that is Real Intelligence Threat Analytics, which is an open source framework created by Active Countermeasures to analyze PCAP files for command and control communications. RITA helps us identify the C2 beacon, the DNS tunnelings, connection details like how long the connection has been, to what IP the connection has been, and a lot other stuff. So without any further delay, let's dive right into it. In the interest of time, I have already opened up the Linux target machine where we'll be performing our attacks. Let's fire up the terminal and let's check out what the files are. As I do ls, we see a folder called pcaps. Let's move into this. For the purpose of this challenge, we will be focusing on this particular file named rita_challenge.pcap. So let's start our walkthrough. So first of all, RITA only works on Zeek format of files. So as this is a PCAP file, we need to convert it into a Zeek log first. So for that, I'll type Zeek and then followed by read pcap and then the pcap file and then the output directory where I want to output the file. In case you are wondering and you don't know what the syntax would be, just type Zeek and press enter. This would tell you what is expected after this command. So as I said earlier, I'll type Zeek, then the pcap file, that is rita_challenge.pcap, and then I'll give the output. So before giving the output, I'll type here read pcap so that Zeek knows that it needs to read this rita_challenge.pcap file. And for the output, I'll output it in Zeek logs that is present in the home directory as we see over here. So vsymple /Zeek logs, and let's name the folder where we will be outputting the Zeek logs as rita_challenge and press enter. Alright, so the Zeek Docker container has started and has outputted the Zeek logs, which is the converted form of this pcap file, into this rita_challenge folder. Let's move into that folder and let's see what we get over there. Let's do a cd dot dot. Let's do ls. Awesome. So we see a whole set of logs like analyzer, capture loss, known host, packet filter, and so much more. So let's start analyzing using RITA. So in order to analyze with RITA, we need to create a database for this using this Zeek logs. How we can do that is we need to run this following command, which is RITA import logs, and then we need to provide the log directory, like the directory where all the logs are present, and then we will be creating a database for RITA. So let's do that. RITA, then import -fn logs. Let's go back a bit. cd dot RITA import -fn logs. And we need to import this all the logs that are present in this RITA challenge folder, and we will create a database called RITA underscore challenge and press enter. So now RITA will be creating the database that we need for this lab. Let's give it some time because it will take about half a minute or so. Let me pause this video and return once it's completed. All right. So RITA has successfully created the dataset that is the database that is needed for the analysis. So now we need to actually view the database using RITA. We can use the RITA view command to actually view the database. So I'll type in RITA view and the name of the database that we just created, that is RITA challenge, and press enter. And awesome, we finally are able to analyze the entire PCAP file with the help of RITA now. Let me find the optimal size for this. All right, so let's move on to Tryhackme and let's have a look at the questions that we need to answer. So the first question is, how many hosts are communicating with malware.net? In order to find that, let's use the search bar. I'll press a / to begin the search. And as I press /, I'll type in DESC colon malware, rabbit hole dot malware.net, because I know that the destination over here is rabbit hole.malware.net. Let's press enter. I typed DESC which is not a column over here, and it should be TEST. Awesome. So now we have a list of all the connections that has been made to this rabbit hole.malhat.net. On the right hand side, we see a lot of other information like the source, the destination, and the prevalence. Prevalence is what tells us like how many connections have been made to this rabbit hole.malhat.net. So we see that there are 6 connections. Let's verify. So we have this connection from 13, we have connection from 15, we have connection from 14, we have connection from 12, we have connection from 11, and we have connection from 10. So that accounts for 6 connections in total. Let's go back and let's type in 6. And yay, it's a correct answer. Next is which threat modifier tells us the number of hosts communicating to a certain destination. As we already identified correctly before, that it is the prevalence. Let's copy it and let's paste it over here. And yay, it's correct again. What is the highest number of connections to rabbithole.malhat.net? So the highest number of connections is shown over here. You can see the connection count listed over here. So let's go through each of these entries and let's try to find out what is the maximum number of connections. You can also use the search bar for this purpose. So for the first one, the number of connection is 31, second is 40, third is 38, fourth is 29, fifth is 21, and sixth is 16. So the maximum number of connections is 40. Let's see if it is the correct one. And yay, it's the correct answer. Which search field would you use to search all entries that communicate to rabbithole.malhat.net with beacon score greater than 70% and sorted by connection duration descending? So we already know that we have this destination as rabbithole.malhat.net, which will actually be searching for all entries that communicate to rabbithole.malhat.net. Next, let's apply the filter for beacon score greater than 70. For that, let's press forward slash to enter the search field again, and here I will type beacon colon the value uh, more than which we need it to be included, that is we need greater than 70. So this will show us all the connections that has been to rabbithole.malhat.net with beacon score greater than 70%. Next, we need to sort the connection duration or sort the outputs by connection duration as descending. So I'll again enter the search bar. I'll type sort, then a colon, and then I'll type the column by which I want to sort, that is duration, and then I'll type hyphen, and then I need to specify if I want it as ascending order or descending order. As we need it in descending order, I'll type DESC and press enter. So this is the entire command that we used to actually figure out all the entries that communicate to rabbithole.malhat.net with a beacon score greater than 70% and sorted by connection duration as descending. Awesome. So this is the entire command. Let's click on check, and yay, it's the correct answer. So next question is, which port did the host 10.00.13 use to connect to rabbithole.mulhat.net? Let's go back, and over here you see the port proto service. I like the UI is not that great, but yeah, we'll try to figure it out. Let's go to this IP number 13. Let's select it, and let's try to actually it is not showing up due to the UI. Let's do try to search it. Let's give the source as 10.0.0.13 and the destination as rabbithole.mulhat.net, and let's see if we can by any means check the UI because it's not that good. Okay. So if you are not able to select that, just press tab because we are in this section of the we have selected this section of the UI. So if you want to check more details that are not visible on this right hand side, just press tab and you can see this green outline. That means this side of the UI is selected. Just scroll down using mouse and you will get to see the port proto service and stuff. So we are looking for the port, which is the port number 80. So 10.00.13 used the port number 80 to actually connect to rabbithole.mulhat.net. Let's click on check, and yay, it's the correct answer. Let's see if I have missed anything. And okay. And hey, congratulations on completing C2 detection command and Carol. And that's how you do it like a pro. If you found this walkthrough helpful, smash that like button and hit subscribe to join the CTF Tricks squad. We are dropping fresh content every single day, so don't miss out. Until next time, keep hacking, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.